setting everything up again.
House tonight.
All right, so that
Ladies
should
and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in
be
the house tonight.
working. That was
Ladies
weird,
and gentlemen,
right?
we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
Well, hey, weird things happen with computers,
Ladies
right?
and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
But it looks like everything's working.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
So I got the audio working.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, got the audio working. I think we are back in business here. Thank you for coming back. Now, you should be able to hear me. Just let me know if you can't. Should be able to, though.
We have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
So, awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
perfect. Thank you very
we have
much.
the honey drippers in the house tonight.
So, this is where we were. The second loop.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
So, the reason I'm doing this loop is because we want to add a little bit of variety. So, we'll name loop 1 like main loop. Okay. And this is a good beat to start with because like we're making breaks, and the good thing, and so what's a break? A break is when you cut out a drum pattern that's good for hip hop and then you save it, right? So you can take this drum pattern that we just cut out and you can save it and use this sample with other beats, right? Like if you get a keyboard sample from another song, you can use these drums or this break, it's the same thing, these drums with that keyboard sample, and you make a totally different beat. And at the end of this, I can show you all the beats that have been made with this sample. There's actually a lot. So this one will say loop with voice. Alright. And this one's twice as long as the other one, and the other one was one measure. Don't forget to bounce to new recordings so that everything calculates faster and you use less processing power. And then make this 2 measures long, right? Alright, so now we have our second loop, and if I remember correctly, this song was a 94 BPM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
So now we have 2 loops.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We have our main loop. And then we have our second loop with voice.
ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
Yup.
Ladies and
So what we're going to do now is the most important step of all, which is to save the beat. Okay? Save everything regularly, because if you lose what you've done, you're going to be so frustrated. Okay? So there, we saved it. Now let's keep going. So what's our next loop going to be? I'll show you.
And And they just got
Well, let's turn this back to 120 BPM. All right.
and they just got back from Washington D.C. I think they got something they want to say.
There's gonna be some guitar. Yup. Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's gonna be it. This is gonna be our last loop right here. But it's gonna be great because there's actually going to be a lot of variety in this beat. There's going to be drums, there's going to be saxophone. Alright, so where's the start of this loop?
And they just got back from Washington, D.C. I think they got something they want to say.
Yeah, it's right here.
They want to say.
There you go. It's right where that bass. And so, the way that I'm navigating this sample, you can see the waveform, right? I'm looking at the waveform so that I know exactly where that bass guitar came in. And the bass guitar came in right here. So now I can zoom in, and this is where Reason is so powerful, because you can zoom in all the way down, very close, right to where I know that the bass guitar came in, which is right here. Okay. And then the loop ends right here. So I think that we're in a pretty good spot right now. So let's take our cut tool and make our loop. Just cut it out. Alright. Let's copy it. Yeah. This is a simple one. You're gonna see. Beat's almost done, actually. Alright, so, chorus. That's what this one's gonna be called. And, for this one, we just need to figure out how long it is. I think it's 4 measures long, but we'll see. Alright. So just copy it. And then let's listen to it. Actually, I think it's 8 measures. Yeah, it might be 8 measures. We'll see. We'll play around with it. So, remember what we did with all the other loops. Bounce to new recordings. Okay. And then save it. And then let's make this 8 measures long. And let's just see how that works. Oh, I made it 9 measures. There you go. And let's see if at 94 BPM, which is around where our song's going to be, let's see if it works. Is this the same speed as the other loops?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Honey Drifters in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is. Alright, great. Ah, great. Alright. Control S to save again. And so, let's just figure out the tempo here. I want to speed it up a little bit. There you go. This is going to be a real old school.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Honey Drifters in the house tonight.
Yeah. Alright. Maybe we should repeat that. I'm open for suggestions. But maybe we should repeat that. I kind of think that's dope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Honey Drifters in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Honey Drifters in the house tonight.
Let's see how I feel about that. You know what? We're not going to do that. we're going to go back to the main loop, and then we're going to bring in the bass. Yeah. I think that that's a good idea. All right, let's see how that sounds. Let's save it again. Remember, that's the most important step, saving it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
All right. You know, if I could rap, I would rap. But I can't. Oh my god. But, I mean, this beat, I think you can hear it coming together, right? I mean, it's basically done. Like, all we need to do is just, like, kind of make sure that this is the order that we want. See how long it's going to be, add a few effects, and then we're done, man. So...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honey drippers in the house tonight.
Yeah, you know, I did think about that. Just making them say "ladies and gentlemen." I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's see if I can do that. Of eighth measures. So this lets you kind of like divide it more like finely. Oh, what's up, Samuel Oliveira? Boa noite. Well, I think that means good night, good evening. That looks like... Is that Portuguese? If it is, that's so cool. English is cool too. Every language is cool. Alright, let's keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alright, so he just said ladies and gentlemen. So let's go down to like surgical precision. And this is what we're gonna do.
ladies and gentlemen,
This is what we're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. You see, this is what's awesome about using blocks.
ladies and gentlemen,
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Alright. Let's just touch it up a bit. Because I feel like with the ladies and gentlemen now, that kind of adds a little bit more variety, and then so it can build up longer. So now we're gonna drag it out more. The voice, ladies and gentlemen, like he doesn't talk about the honey drippers, which is better because, like, in my opinion, you want the sample to kind of, for it to not be so obvious where the sample's from. So okay.
ladies and gentlemen,
Okay. So, just touching it up. So let's delete the measures between these indicators. Just delete that. All right. See how this goes. I mean, you gotta mess around with it. Like, you can't be in too much of a rush for the beat to be over. Like, yes, this is a simple beat, but you want to kind of make sure that it builds up appropriately. That's really important with hip hop. Don't drag it out too long. Don't make it too short. Keep it just right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's not right.
Ladies and
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're just touching it up. Just touching it up. Alright, let's hear how this sounds. My bad. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think I like that right there. Alright, let's see how that sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'm going to stretch that out a little more. There you go. And that's where the bass is going to come in. Right there. Alright, let's see how it sounds now.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect. Alright. Now I've got another idea. So this time, we're gonna have that guitar play a little longer. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with how that chorus sounds now. I'm happy with how that chorus sounds. Are you happy with how the chorus sounds?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, so now that all the samples are where they need to be, I'm just going to touch it up a little bit. That transition to me seems just a little bit rough, so what I like to do to kind of smooth it out is I add a crash just to signify that a transition has occurred. And I think it usually helps. So you're looking at me going through my drums. You should have your own drums, like your own kit that you use. I have some that I found on the internet. Let's see. Percussion. No, cymbals. Yes. We're looking for a crash. Okay, protect your ears. Okay. I think this is a pretty good one. Nope. That's the best one. Alright. Now we're going to copy that onto the track. Let me make this bigger so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright. And it's going to be here. So let's zoom in. and put it right where it needs to be. It needs to be right on that transition. This is a trick actually that I think is really helpful. It's really helped me. It's one of the kind of tricks that I use to keep everything flowing. So let me see how it sounds. Well, we need to change it a little bit. Make the length. Okay. How does it sound now? Alright. Delete the pattern from the drums. Alright. Nice. Alright. So, one other thing I want to do before we officially make this beat is EQ it. I want to bring out that bass. So EQing is pretty important in my opinion. I mean, you don't have to do it, but I think that bringing out the bass guitar just helps it sound more like hip hop and less like funk, because this is like a soul funk kind of sample. So in Reason, you EQ, one of the ways to EQ is by clicking this and put like activate EQ. And then, so we're going to be working on this loop here. And I want to bring the mids out. And the bass. So if you have like mixing headphones, I'd recommend that you put them on just so that you can hear kind of like the fine detail of what I'm doing. I lowered that because I don't want it to be peaking. Sounds a lot better now. That is a big difference, guys. I mean, that's a big difference. Alright, so now let's hear the difference. Like, before it's EQ'd and after it's EQ'd. And you'll see why I just did that. So, before it's EQ'd. After it's EQ'd. No EQ. With EQ. Without. With. Alright. Nice. Well, That's pretty much it. I mean, the last thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to automate the volume, and all that means is that we're just going to fade the song out at the very end, which I think is a nice touch. So, take your pencil tool. What the heck. What I'm going to do here, we are going to end the song with the guitar. We're going to fade it out on the guitar. I think that's a good place to fade the song out. So we're going to bring it all the way here. And then draw in that final part. Alright, and then so Reason is pretty good. It tells you exactly where the volume was initially. So right here it says 771. That's where the volume was, and that's where it needs to be in order for it to sound the way that it was sounding when we were all, when we were working on this beat. So, 771, there you go. And then this here needs to start at 771. Oh, let's bring it like here. It needs to start at 771. And then end at 0. And I just, like, make it overhang a little bit. Because if you don't do that, then like you might have a weird like sound at the end, and you don't want that. So I think this song's done. Let's save it and let's just hear how it sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
We could mix that a little better. Let's see. Make it a little softer. Add some reverb. Oh, that's a good point. So let me undo that. So, okay. I'm going to show you another little thing that I do. It's actually really important. So create a mix channel. And then take each individual drum. This time it's really simple. All we have is the cymbal. So the cymbal is in slot 1. Take that and drag it to the input of the mix channel. Now we have our crash. And what we're going to do with it is we're going to add reverb. So, effects. And we're going to use the RV7000 MK2 reverb machine, which is this. And we're just going to smooth out that crash. It just sounded a little harsh, and it was kind of loud, so we're going to make it less loud and less harsh, and let's see how it sounds now. Still loud. Turn it down. Nice. Alright, let's play that from the.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's all she wrote. Alright. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking in there. We had some technical issues at the beginning, but thank you for letting me know. And we fixed them, and we got a good live stream out of it. So, I'm going to export this song. So, export the song as an audio file. As a WAV file. Music, you know, maybe chat a little bit before I'm actually going to work out after I'm done here. But, yeah, I want to show you the other samples that I was looking at. Maybe you guys will find them interesting. I listen to a lot of music to get, you know, stuff to sample and just cool stuff. And new folder here. Cyborg. Cyborg. Alright. And then, so, let's check out some of the other stuff I was listening to. Here's another song that I think has a really good sample in there. Check it out. Oh. This one. Huh. Well, I don't hear it. If I don't hear it, then that means you don't hear it. iTunes isn't working. That's weird. Well, whatever. Maybe iTunes is telling me that it's time to wrap it up. But, you know, thanks for sticking in there. Hopefully you learned something. I think this is a good beat. I'm going to post it before I go work out. And, you know, as always, really appreciate the support. I'll be back with more beats every week, more tutorials. If you made it through the end, please feel free to comment and let me know what you liked, didn't like, how I can improve. Other than that, have a great weekend. At some point later this weekend, I'm going to do a piano live stream where I'm just going to do a piano performance. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be me playing some jazz. So I hope to see you there. All right, have a good night.